Hello, everybody. This is Aiden, and this is episode 3 of our mini series about the Great Leap Forward. And today we're going to be talking about an influential figure. And the one I've chosen is Xianliang, who was a survivor, an author, and a poet. He was born December 8th, 1936, in Nanking, Republic of China, 1912 to 1949, and died December 27th, 2014, aged 77, in Yinchuan, Ningxia, China. Beforehand, he was a poet, and he was arrested under the anti-rightist movement. The movement was headed by Mao Zedong, as usual, purging anyone with rightist sympathies from the Chinese Communist Party. Zhang was born of a well-off family, and his father had been an official for the Kuomintang, which was the government of China prior to the takeover of the CCP, meaning that after the victory of the Chinese Communist Party, his father was arrested and later died in Maoist prison. Zhang himself was an author and poet who started writing poetry at age 13 that was used against him and led to his arrest at the age of 21, and he was imprisoned for 22 years. He survived and made his way to becoming president of the Chinese Writers Association in Ningxia, a member of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, which is a political advisory body for the People's Republic of China, and a founder of the West China Film Studio in Zhenbeibu, Ningxia. There is not much information about his family, however, he won multiple literary awards, such as many Best Novel of the Year awards in 1981, 1983, and 1984, and he lived until the age of 77, passing away due to illness. The importance of Zhang Xianliang is many of the things he wrote, which documented much of the changes within China and how they affected people, as well as how he was treated within the labor camps after becoming a prisoner to the CCP. There are several books, all portraying things he saw and underwent as a political prisoner, such as Half of Man is Woman, about a failing marriage under imprisonment, Mimosa, about the suffering or about the famine and having to fight for food against rats. Both were released in 1985. Getting Used to Dying in 1991, about the suffering and deaths within labor camps, juxtaposed with sexual relationships and self-indulgence with the human response to suffering. My Bodhi Tree in 1994, which was looking back at the famine and survival psychology, as well as Grass Soup 1995, the sequel to Bodhi Tree, and an account of the famine, dehumanizing hunger, and following atrocities. He's also given accounts for, as well as having his accounts compiled into other books, such as the one known as the People's Republic of China from the Gale, Genocide, and Persecution series, where he documents in detail his viewpoints as a political prisoner within the labor camps and his thoughts looking back at it. This book also contains other first-hand accounts related to the Great Leap Forward from other survivors, as well as a lot of information regarding the Great Leap Forward. I will be listing it in the description for anyone who wants to read it. If there were no accounts from survivors, there would be no way to truly know how bad it was for those undergoing these mass genocides. He had been imprisoned 5 times over the 22-year period, and even escaped the labor camp in 1961. But what he saw outside when he ultimately stopped at a peasant's house for water made him turn himself back in. The rate of death in the labor camps were lower than the rates of the people living outside. His writing can still be found and read, as it has been translated into many different languages, and provides detailed information about things he experienced, saw, heard, and everything. Even if he was not able to influence much during the time, what he brought out as a result of him surviving these circumstances is very important, and the film studio that he founded is still around today. His lasting impression has reached anyone who read his works, from the detailed accounts to his own thoughts, and even some of his works are still censored in mainland China. As he quoted from a Russian book, How Steel is Refined, "The most precious thing a person has is life. Life is something we get to experience only once. In remembering the past, one shouldn't regret the wasted years. In thinking of the present, one shouldn't feel bitter at the pervasive mediocrity. It is enough to be able to say, in the end, that one's entire life and strength were devoted to the most glorious enterprise on earth, the struggle to liberate all of mankind." Alright, check back in next time for episode 4. Almost done with this series. Have a good one.